No points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, lock it.
I'm not going to throw it in.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Hey, Jet. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 25. Jet 25. Look. Squeeze.
Man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Block now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, a roll with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Don't say that.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Oh, you lucky. Give me that, Quentin.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Big nigga.
Let's go. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
You got back
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll give this to Bell running right.
Oh, come on, dog.
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's caught by Smith. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind.
No way, bro! That's
find those guys and get in that direction.
Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Breeden. He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Look at me, zipper.
From the gun on third down, Locke.
Come on, man!
Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll try the right side with Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some
It's
big
a fucking
plays.
fumble,
They want to see
man.
some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Put your team in some jeopardy.
Here's Breida.
Bro, come on.
He still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Yeah.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
What's your name?
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, here's Breida. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey.
Let's go! He spun into it.
As he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Bro.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Darnold. He's got it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Go, go.
Throwing again is Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check, 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 check. No 80. Hatch. No 80. Set. Check 3, check 3. Jim, 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 Jim. Topper, Topper. three. 218, chop.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Bell.
Let's
This
go.
is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
When I score. Stayed out.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing, bro.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
You.
Bro, that's
You,
not
bro.
me.
Bro, it says your opponent is experienced.
Bro, it say the same thing on my end.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit, then I don't know, nigga.
Like, it didn't stop my stream or nothing, bro.
Bro, look at this. It's asking me how is the quality, nigga. What you mean?
That shit, bro. That shit, you. Come on, send it
How
up.
is it me if it's asking me what my quality is?
Send it. I'm gonna kick you the ball. And I'm gonna stop you when this shit over with. That shit crazy, bro. You send it now?
Yep.
I am too. I probably started too fast, bro. I'm out there, bro. Put your shit on the seed.
Lucky Le'Veon didn't get in.
Yeah, if you had somebody faster, I'd be.
I tried the armbar. I guess I hit it too late.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New England Patriots.
I think this is mad, bro.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Madden, all I need is one stop, bro. Please, fuck it. Oh my god, my shit, baby.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold escaping the pressure right. Looking here for Smith. And that's caught.
Oh my god, he got fumbled out, bro.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Bell.
Are you
Right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Recon.
My audibles aren't set. Oh, that's trash.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and run for Bell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to
Let's go! This shit's so trash.
The 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know.
Changing
Defensive
players,
end,
bro. Like,
he
I don't
wants to
even
get
understand
into
why
the
you start a
offensive
nigga on the
backfield. He wants
defensive
that get
line
off to
if
be
I
as
started
fast
at
as
fucking
possible.
linebacker,
A little
bro.
too quick on that one.
That shit makes 0 sense, dog.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Watch